Okay, well, hi friends, Doc South here. Let me adjust that there. Oh, gosh. Was that my thumb? Oh, yeah. Well, it's a big thumb, huh? Yeah, it looks like I hit it with a hammer. Thumb's as big as. I ought to. Oh, gosh, I ought to draw like a little face on that and I'd have someone I could talk to. Yeah. Gee, that'd be fun. Well, in any case, Doc here. The. Yeah, well, we'll worry about that later. I just realized that's my left thumb. I'm left-handed. I can't very well. Well, I'll have to get a. Yeah, actually that'd be an interesting tattoo. A little face on your thumb. Uh, all different people you know. Mom, dad, little sis, kid brother, huh? Uncle Harry. Yeah, that'd be. Anyway, well, in any case, I got this. Well, as you know, the Chatterbox will be closing, and I kept a lot of well memorabilia up there on the shelf at my control booth, and one piece that a lot of people looked at, especially the little kids, was this thing here. It's here. See it? Yeah, I know. Now, this doesn't work. I don't even know if it could be made to work. I guess, well, it works electronically, so I guess you could get an electric motor in there, and it wouldn't be too hard to find the needles. And there's probably a better way of attaching this arm. Comes off now. I don't think it was meant to. I think there's some way of adjusting, getting it to go in. But basically, this was a child's turntable. You see, I think what's that, a little bunny on the, yeah. And it worked, it was kind of interesting. Basically, it was an acoustic turntable. Now, yeah, there's another, see all the different bunnies on it? Yeah. Yeah. I had something like this when I was a kid. My folks got me one. Little did they realize what they were starting. But yeah, I was probably 3 years old when I worked my first turntable. Actually, I was probably messing around with their turntable, and they decided, geez, get the kid out of there. The guy, he's going to wreck all those records we got. So they gave me my own. And basically, this thing had a motor. There's a little switch here. There, you see it, that little dot? Oh, yeah, okay. And you'd turn that on. The table would start to spin. It would spin at 78 RPMs. You could hear sort of the hum of an engine. It was an engine, an electric motor. It was quiet, but you know. And then what you did was you got a 78 RPM record, preferably a child's record. You stuck it on the spindle, and then you just, if I recall right, you carefully put this down with the needle, and it would start to play. And the sound, this is sort of like a glorified kazoo. There's a membrane in there, and it would amplify the sound from the record. It would go down this shaft and into the hollow body of this turntable. You see, yeah, you can see right straight through it. There were no speakers in this, not that I know of. What it would be is the sound would reverb and bounce all through the inside of the device of the housing here, and you'd hear a song. Yeah, it amplified nicely, actually, if I recall right. And gee, it was a wonderful toy. Oh, I'd be out of my parents' hair for hours with that. They eventually got me when I got a little older. My father sold them, so I guess he got a deal. One of those RCA spindle records, you know, that played the 45s. You could stick a stack of about 8 of them, 8 records on the spindle, and it just automatically. And they'd holler in, requests from the kitchen while they were having a martini before supper. And I'd find their songs and play them. Jeez, you know, isn't it amazing the things that you did as a kid that you very well might be doing for an occupation later? And I got to say, DJing has always been except for sometimes being a little nervous, a little stage fright or something. I've always loved doing it. Isn't that funny? How, yeah. Well, be careful what you what you give your kids. I see everybody running out now and give their kids money to play with. Yeah. Hey, yeah. When I was 4 years old, my parents gave me $10,000 and a telephone phone number to the stockbroker. God, now but this device, as I recall, the electric wire. I think I've told this story on the air a few times, but I think something happened to the plug. There was something, I don't know what I see. I'm trying to remember what the heck happened, but somehow I think one of the prongs on the electric plug got stuck in the socket. It was something like that. And I said, well, gosh, I can't have that sitting there. I can't, how do I, the turntable won't work now, the player. I march into the kitchen. I found, let's see, I think it was a fork or a knife. And oh yeah, metal, of course. And I go walking into the bedroom and I'm digging around inside the socket trying to get that prong out. And oh boy, oh, next thing I know, I'm up against the far wall of the room of my bedroom. Think I went sailing through, a kiddie car or something I had, and banged into the wall. Mom comes running in, and there I am with steam coming out of my nose. Uh, And she says, "What? Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, oh my God, my fire coming out of my." Oh, she says, "Oh my God," she says, "you don't mess with electric plugs." Yeah, now you tell me. Oh, and well, I didn't quite say it like that. I wouldn't have been rude to my mom, even if I did get the shock of my life. But you notice I didn't become an electrician. Oh yeah, probably a good thing. Oh my heavens! But yeah, no, that's true. I learned at an early age. Yeah, watch that socket, pal. And yeah, I don't know. I think I may have thought that, gee, if I wash my hands, I'll insulate myself. No, I did. I had no clue what was coming. Uh, I just figured you put a socket in there and things worked. I had no idea about no all the lightning that had come out of that socket. I do remember. Yeah, it was quite a. If it was at night, yeah, it would have been a very interesting display, uh, uh, similar to a fireworks display on Fourth of July. Only it was coming out my ears. The But for the most part, though, these. You know what else we had with this was kind of cool. Was you could put I think you bought a certain records. You could buy a stack of records that had little drawings on the sides of on the playing side of the record. I'm not sure whether I think the pictures were on the label, not in the groove part. Okay, in the label part of the record. And there was you could stick a little mirrored ball. It was almost like it wasn't like a disco ball, but it was sort of the same idea, only it was mirrors, flat mirrors going around. They played, if you were sitting here watching the turntable, you could look at the mirror, okay? You'd look at the mirror, and the mirror would be reflecting to your eyes a little cartoon that was printed on the label of the record. And the little cartoon, since the mirrors came into focus at a certain speed, right, it became like a movie. And so you could watch. Yeah, it was the first music video. And it might be Bugs Bunny hitting Elmer Fudd over the head with a ball bat or something, something for kids. And but it would be the same picture over and over and over again. But I'll be darned, I remember being very fascinated by that. Just yeah. And I don't think you could change the cartoon. It may be that there was other labels you could put on. They'd say, okay, put a new label on, label number 4. Put and in I'm not. I don't think that was the case. I think you were stuck with. It was about a 2-second cartoon, over and over and over and over. Yeah. Anyway, so that was. I'm thinking of taking this, clean this baby up, and take it to some of my gigs. Huh? What do you think? I think that'd be kind of cool. No, it won't work. I think I wouldn't want to plug it in. Well, you remember what happened when I was a kid, so I think, yeah, we'll leave that be. But there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you later. Bye now, friends. God bless.